Hi, I want to tell you about our new vision, On the Road Together Where the River Flows, and in this video particularly about being on the road together. As I said, this is our new vision for the Bishopthorpe Road Parishes, St Andrew's, Bishopthorpe and St Chad's and St Clement's. And we've been together now for about 18 months or so, and we've been starting to get to know each other and thinking, particularly as leaders, about how to do life and how to do church in this new setup. And we think this is what God is calling us to be on the road together where the river flows. Is it a vision? For quite a while, I wasn't sure that vision was the right word, because this doesn't actually tell us a huge amount about what the future looks like or exactly what we want to see. But what it does do is give us a way to follow and a way to decide what to put our energy and our time and our resources into. And I believe it will help us to follow Jesus, who, as in the hymn, "Be thou my vision," is ultimately our vision. The Lord of our heart, our best thought, the one whose presence is our light. So following him, we're going on the road together. On the road, Bishopthorpe Road. That's where many of us are, that's where our buildings are, where many of us live, and that's where we are primarily called to serve and to share God's love and the good news of Jesus. But that, of course, is not the only way of thinking about where we are. Where are we in our life as churches? If we're honest, many of us are somewhere that we're not totally satisfied with. In fact, we've probably been somewhere we're not satisfied with for a while. Struggling to grow, perhaps. Not seeing many young people. Not really perhaps seeing that many middle-aged people either, if we're brutally honest. Struggling like everybody else is to recover from the events of the past few years. On the whole, declining in numbers. So we are saying that we want to move. We want to go on a journey, we want to change. In fact, we're not saying that we want to, we're saying we need to. But where are we going? Interestingly, lots of people in the Bible were called on the road without knowing exactly where the road ended. Think of the Magi, called out on the road to follow the star to find the newborn king, little knowing that he would be found in a stable, simply following the star. Think of Abram, before he was called Abraham, being told by God to go, to leave, and to go to the place God would show him. But God hadn't yet shown him where it was. We don't know where this road leads, but as Abram trusted God, we can trust him too. We can trust the one who we're following. We first talked about this in some detail at our Epiphany service down at St Andrew's, the time of the year when we remember the wise men from the east travelling many, many miles to look for the new king. A huge undertaking of their time and their resources. But they must have thought it was worth it. And I think this is worth it too. Some people who went on the road in the Bible were going exactly where they intended, but didn't know what would meet them on the way. Maybe you're really clear what God's calling you to do, where God's calling you to go. But I wonder if the road is that predictable. Are our eyes fully open to what God is doing? On the road from Jerusalem to Jericho, will we just walk by on the other side because we know where we're going? Or will we find the man lying in need of help? On the road to Damascus, will we allow Jesus to break in and transform our lives as he did to Paul? On the road to Emmaus, will we welcome the unexpected stranger who comes to walk with us and open our eyes to something new and crucial? So we're going on the road. We're going on the road together. St Clement's, St Chad's and St Andrew's. Morning service people, 4:15 people, evening people, midweek people, people who haven't quite made it back after COVID, old people, young people, people who've been here decades and people who've been here days. Maybe even people who are watching this and thinking, that sounds like something I'd like to join in with. Going together isn't straightforward. It can be hard enough just to get a small family out of the front door in the morning, or to agree with friends where you're going to go for a cup of tea and where you should meet. So gathering 3 churches with 9 congregations and people on the mailing list that I still haven't met is not going to be easy. Starting together is hard, but I want to say that reaching your destination alone is harder. Travelling together can have its frustrations, sure, but they are massively outweighed by the benefits. Remember when you first met your closest friends? They weren't your friends then, they were strangers. Can we go on the road together and see if strangers become friends and see if something amazing could happen? I can't promise the road will be an easy one, even once we've got going. And in fact, now might not be a time that you want to go journeying. You might be tired, many of us are. You might be nervous, you might be busy. But Jesus says to everyone who wants to be his disciple, who wants to be like him, who wants to live his way, actually you start by putting what you want to one side and making him the one big thing. That's what he meant when he said, take up your cross, deny yourself. Not because you're not valuable, you are. God loves you more than you can possibly imagine. But because taking up your cross and denying yourself is the way to find what is even better than comfort and safety and convenience. We have to go. We have to follow Jesus on the road if we want to do things his way. And like the pilgrims in Psalm 84, our vision is to be travellers who, as they go through the valley of bitterness, the dry, dusty desert places, make them a place of refreshing streams of water. But that's the next bit of our vision. Watch out for the next instalment, where the river flows. Also, I am sure this video leaves you with a whole load of questions. During Lent this year, we're going to form explore groups to explore. What does this mean? How are we going to do it? Why does it matter? If you're on our mailing list, you'll have already had details of those groups. If you're not, then do feel free to get in touch via social media or email, and I can let you have the details if you would like to join in. Come and explore, and let's go on the road together.